Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of FanZone, Season 2, Episode 1. If you're tuning in for Facebook, thank you guys very much for joining us. We took a little break, just like the EPL, when the EPL season ended. We took a little break, and we are back. It's almost the beginning of the season again. Once again, my name is Taye Akemboni. Beside me, I have my partner in crime. He's been here for almost all the episodes last season. Please welcome Kyle, mashallah.
Good to be back.
How you feeling?
New season, new energy, ready to go, man.
How was your summer?
Good. Still going on.
Cool. All right. Across from me, we have a fellow Man City fan. By the way, Kyle, why you get Barcelona today? Is it because they beat Man U?
No.
Okay.
We have to do EPL and we have to do La Liga now.
Okay.
Isn't that the agreement?
Just check it. Across from me is a returning guest, almost a permanent resident by now.
Yes,
Mr. Yinka George. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
How's your summer?
Summer's great.
How was how's family?
Family's great. Everybody's great. My team is great.
Nice.
Let's get started.
Now, right beside him, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Please join me to welcome Mr. Kunle.
So thanks a lot. It's good to be here.
Thank you for coming, man. We really appreciate you. I know you've called into the studio before, and this is why I say, guys, if you're calling, you never know. You have a chance to join us, and Mr. Kunle came all the way from Nigeria to join us, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
And I love that jersey, man. I
see that.
It's super sexy. You know? It's super sexy. It's right on point.
I see that.
Man, there's a lot going on in soccer, a lot going on in sport. You know, I mean, I don't even know if we can cover everything today. We have so much going on. Before we start, I want to thank Inside Global for sponsoring this episode. Inside Global is a consulting company with offices in DC, Accra, Ghana, and Lagos, Nigeria, and soon to be Dubai. So, thank you so much for you guys that are looking to sponsor. Reach out to us. The information is going to be on your screen. So let's get started.
Yes, sir.
It's been a great summer of soccer. If you live in America,
Too much.
there's a lot of games.
Too much soccer.
I even went to a couple games myself. Carl, I understand that you guys went to the Man City game. Man City Tottenham in Tennessee.
Yeah.
How was the experience? First of all, have you been to any game like that in America? Let me ask you.
Actually not.
So how do you? What do you?
So I actually missed that one. Carl, I came in. I think just when Carl was coming in, I was coming in from the Emirates myself. So
okay.
That's what I missed.
Yeah.
How was your experience?
Man, too much soccer this summer. Too much. It got to a point where I was even tired of watching football. I mean, you had Barcelona, Madrid, you had City, Tottenham, you had Dortmund. I mean, too much. Fantastic. But the experience was amazing. I mean, soccer in America is growing on.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Houston, 80,000 people.
That's true.
Break record. Tennessee, 50,000, broke record. Orlando, broke record. Everywhere's breaking record.
Even DC. And we had the opportunity to go to the Barcelona practice.
Right.
And we watched the Barcelona practice. That was experience.
Half the stadium.
How's your summer, Yinka?
You mean summer with my team?
Summer period. Did you go to any game?
I'm just ready to talk about my team. You ask me all these questions.
We'll get there. You know, we had fun at the Barcelona practice and the Man U game. And thank you, Man U fans. As much as I don't like Jose Mourinho, you guys did have a good tailgating. I ate a lot of food. You know, so shout out to Dima, shout out to Yinka, Osage, all those guys for having me. You know, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let's get into it since you are so eager to talk about your team. But before we get into your team, the hottest topic right now in the news, you guys know what it is. Neymar.
Yeah.
You know, so I have a very strong opinion about this because I don't think it should go to PSG, right? Couple reasons why. Because for me, this is my opinion.
Okay.
You have a chance to play with the best player in the world right now. Arguably the best player in the world. He's only got about 3-4 more years before he starts to slow down or maybe even retire. You never know. This Messi has been playing great since he was like 12, 13, and the body can only take but so much. Why don't you stick there? If you go to PSG, you're not going to win Champions League.
You don't know.
And if you have the opportunity to be an understudy to the great and to win the Ballon d'Or, I don't see a better chance. Because if you're not winning, you're not scoring, There's no Ballon d'Or. Before we go into it, I'm going to ask you, I know you have a strong opinion too. I want to tell everybody watching us from home, thank you for watching. Please share this. Share this with all the soccer fans, all your people. So, before I go to Carl, what do you think about Neymar going to PSG?
I think he should leave. I think he should leave for the simple reason that, like you said, all these great things about Messi, those accomplishments of that team will always be Messi's. It won't be Neymar. Neymar is like a secondary person. It's like you don't remember Scottie Pippen won 6 rings with Michael Jordan. In order to be his own person, he has to take over a team. And his best chance to do that will be PSG. PSG is adding all these little pieces around him to build that team up. They're spending a lot of money. If they're able to spend 200 and something million on this guy to bring him on, they see something they want to build with that team. And I like it. I like him to. He's a very good player. Like he's not on the level of Messi, no. But he has a chance to be a Messi-like player. And his best chance to do it will be to do it on his own. And that's why I want him to leave.
I agree.
What do you think?
Well, there are a couple of problems. First of all, Neymar is Brazilian, Messi is Argentinian. There's always a rivalry. And a Brazilian will never play second fiddle for an Argentinian for over a long stretch. He has to leave to PSG. He's won the Champions League, he's won the Club World Cup, he's won everything. Right? Will he win the Champions League with PSG? Who knows? Well, if he was in the team with PSG last time, maybe they would have beaten Barcelona. Who knows? But he has to leave to make his own mark.
PSG is going to have to sell a lot of players because of the financial fair play.
And that's the thing.
So a lot of people are going to be missing.
Well, I mean, you sell Sergio Aurier, nobody cares about him much anyway. There are a couple of players, Pastore, maybe he will go, but you have Cavani up there. You have what's his face, Neymar. Yeah. I mean, you never know.
You might just sell the guy that used to play for Man U, that left for Man U went to PSG, Di Maria.
Yeah,
that's a big loss. What are Nigerians? What's Nigerians' opinion about this thing? What are you hearing from?
Yeah, I mean, typically, the Nigerians are going to be on the side of, as you know, Messi is like a god in Nigeria. He's like a god. Even people who don't support Barcelona are going to be rallying around Messi.
Yeah.
And the way I see it, just like Carl and Yinka explained, the team Barcelona is built around Messi. Mm-hmm. It's just like in F1 where they tell the other player, the other driver, that Vettel is the arrowhead, so we are driving to make Vettel win. Essentially, that's what it is with Barcelona as well. And if you're saying that Messi is still in his prime and it's going to start kind of dropping off in the next 4 years, the same is going to be happening to Neymar.
That's right. Neymar is only 23, right?
Even that, anything could happen. It could be an injury. It could be anything. So I think that he's got a chance to build a 10-year career, right? Where he will be in contention for titles as well. Individual titles I'm talking about now. I mean, Ballon d'Or, those other things that he would never get in Barcelona. And then again, more playing time. I
remember when George Weah was World Player of the Year, he played for PSG. Wasn't it PSG? It was PSG, right?
Yeah, he did play for PSG.
Yeah, it was PSG. And began to work. And if he was in Barcelona, who knows whether we would have gotten that title. But Neymar's a phenomenal player. He needs to go to make his mark.
Well, comments are already coming on Facebook. Just so you guys are logging onto Facebook. Theo Daco, thank you for logging in. And Theo actually has another Chelsea fan. He has a comment. Neymar needs to leave. He's 25 in his prime.
I seem to be the only one, Ty.
I guess. I guess I'm the only one.
So what if Chelsea was trying to buy Neymar? Or would you change your mind?
If Chelsea was trying to buy Neymar, yes. Of
course.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Once again, thank you guys for logging in. Feel free to share. Like I said, we have a lot to cover today. There's a lot in the transfer window. Going from the Neymar saga to Van Dijk. I mean, that's for you guys. You guys really want Van Dijk?
No, we don't want him. It's Liverpool that wants him, right?
Liverpool wants him now. They wanted too much money. 60 million pounds for what?
60 million pounds
for
Virgil van Dijk.
We don't want him anymore. It's not
Bonucci or it's not. I mean, come on, 60 million pounds.
I think Southampton just got money hungry and they just saw dollar signs and they're like,
Southampton's always been like that.
But the guys refuse to train.
Yeah, I mean that's. A lot of players do that. Mahrez did that.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to lower their price a lot to get rid of him.
But if he doesn't find his home, then what is it going to do? Speaking of saga, Alexis Sanchez.
Man.
Mr. Kunle, you've been a little bit quiet. Alexis Sanchez. That should get you talking.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had that talk earlier today as well. You know, the way I see it, Arsenal has got a chance to make some money, right? They've got a chance. They've got a player who's going to be running out his contract in a year. He's not content. He would not be playing in the lower league in Europe. He's got a lot of potential. Again, he's in his prime, just like we talked about Nima. So he needs to go, right? It would be a big loss and a silly mistake, right? I mean, they say the coach at Arsenal is a professor of economics. That's what they call him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 50 million, you know,
pounds.
Just think about that. So yeah, I think he needs to go. I saw today he sent out a tweet. He was saying he was back at home, training, etc. I think that's just politics.
That was actually
I think there's a lot going on in the
club.
Yeah,
sent that out.
Oh, okay.
This situation to me, just from a business perspective, let's leave the soccer alone. It seems like the dumbest move Arsenal can make, and it's just to say, I think Arsene Wenger's goal is, I need this guy to make Champions League next year. So whatever it takes, even if it means losing $50 million, we're going to do that, because this no longer is about, because he doesn't want to be there. It's clear he doesn't want to be there. So it's not about selling to the rivalry and all this other crap that he keeps talking about. It's purely, I need this guy to win. This is if he loses him and they don't get what's his name, Lamar. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna
so is that why when they told him that he was sick, they didn't believe him and they sent somebody to go check him?
Maybe he was sick, maybe he wasn't sick. I don't know. But I feel like he wants to leave. He has made it clear he wants to leave. He's telling everybody around him he wants to leave. They don't want him to go. So this isn't about business anymore. It's about your pride. You need him. He doesn't want to be there. You're going to force him to be there. So,
and Wenger's been here before. He was here with Anelka, you know, if you remember. So he's been here before. He knows how to deal with stubborn players and get the worst out of the players. So I think he needs to let this one go.
There's a news flash from the Daily Mail today. It says Alexis Sanchez left his Arsenal teammates convinced he wants to leave the club as they return to training on Tuesday. Well, I mean, Wenger said that it's smart business to keep him for 1 year. I mean, this guy's
there's no business side to it. They should stop saying business.
You know, another comment again on Facebook. Theo says Arsenal should sell him. If it's not, it will be working for free next season.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
I mean, it's like that's like taking £50 million and like
throwing it away. I don't get it. I understand they need him to win. Actually, you know what? Now that I think more about it, if they do keep him or force him to stay, they make Champions League. Maybe the sense is they get that money back on the back end by making Champions League again. So you can make an argument for them. I know Arsenal fans, they don't want to hear this. The guy doesn't want to be there.
That's true.
You got to let him go.
I think he's going to Paris, though. I think he'll go to Paris.
I don't know where he wants to go. I would like him to come to my team. We have an embarrassment of riches right now, which is great. But if he goes to PSG, I'm not going to lose sleep over.
Probably going to go to PSG.
Didi Joy says, let's make money. Let's make some money. I'm guessing she's an Arsenal fan.
Is Didi George again?
Didi, you need to comment.
Oh, that's my wife.
Didi, you guys need to comment.
You guys need to get rid of Sanchez.
You guys need to comment. So moving on. Again, it's a whole bunch of things. I really want to talk about this Kelechi situation. Kyle, you sent me this link the other day. Actually this morning, right? Yeah. What do you know about this? Where is Kelechi right now? Is he going to jail or what?
So the gist is the fact that apparently they say he signed up for an agent.
Yeah.
And then when he started making money, he signed up for another agent. Then the initial agent took him to court, and he denied ever knowing that agent under court law in the U.S. in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately for him, the English press now found pictures of him and that first agent chatting and talking. So now, under Pennsylvania law, because he lied to the court, he could face 2 years in jail.
That's perjury. These guys are not smart.
How is the American court getting involved in this?
Probably because the first agent had written the contract based on American law. You know how you write a contract where they say governed by the state of DC or Maryland or Virginia.
Okay. If he signed a contract here and he lied in an American court, he's going to have to stand trial.
Even if he signs a contract in Nigeria, but the contract is governed by laws of the USA, he's going to have to answer.
But also, didn't he do a deposition over here?
He did.
So that's
he came here, he deposed and he lied. And they asked him, do you know this guy? And he lied.
That's
I feel like these guys are just, they look at lying like, you're lying to your friend. Like, when you lie to a court, that's not, people went to jail. What's his name? One of the vice president's men, didn't he get, paroled, or he got pardoned he was going to go to jail? Like, you don't lie to a court. That's stupid.
So I heard that's what's delaying his whole Leicester City move. The whole
I mean, what do you even think about that move to Leicester City?
They should go.
It's a good move. But he plays for a city. I think that's a great. As my Nigerian side, I feel like that's the best move. He's not going to get playing time on Man City. There's no way.
Okay. The best chance he has. Talk to buy him. Yeah. Liverpool won't buy him. Chelsea won't buy him.
He's going to do well at Leicester City. If he starts there, fantastic. Especially him and Vardy. Is Mahrez still there?
I guess that's
for now.
For now, but he wants to leave too.
I think they have a good chance to build.
They have a good chance. I mean, I don't think they're going to make the top 4, but that's a story for top 4.
They'll probably do better than they did last season anyway.
Thank you guys for joining in. If you want to call in, the calling number is 202-681-0389. That's 202-681-0389. Again, share the video, share with everybody. Don't be the only one and join it. Thank you, Nicola, for joining. Thank you, Ivy, for joining in. So let's move on to the next one.
My guy.
This is, to me, if this happened, this will be the biggest transfer of the summer. We've had a lot of big transfers this summer. We've had Lukaku, we've had Morata and everything. But Mbappe, 18-year-old kid from Monaco. And I think the transfer was supposed to be 160 million?
180.
180 million pounds. From Monaco.
That's $20 million, guys, just for those.
200 million transfer.
I don't think he goes anywhere to disappoint you guys. I don't think he goes anywhere this year.
He should go.
There's no team.
So that's an insane amount of money for somebody. I mean, are they buying his potential or what? Because he's 18 years old.
That boy's good.
But 180 million.
That boy's good.
Carl keeps saying he's good. I understand that, but he's 18. Yeah. He's only had really one season under Monaco.
What you're buying is potential.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
That's my concern.
Personally, I think he should go, right? Because Monaco is never going to win again. I don't think Monaco will ever win Champions League. And second of all, if you're going to spend 200 million on an 18-year-old kid that is really good, has proven himself in Champions League, yes, he had less than a year of great season, but he's 18. And strikers can play all the way to 32. So you're going to have him for about 14 years. 200 million is not a bad deal.
I don't disagree. I mean, there are two teams that can afford him. If
Barcelona, don't say Man City again.
No, I'm not saying Man City. I'm not even putting my team in. If Kyle wants to put Man City, don't trust me on that one. If Barcelona gets that money for Neymar, then there's a good chance they can buy Mbappe or Real Madrid. Real Madrid and Barcelona are the two teams that have a chance to get that guy. And I think it'll be great for them. Does he go this season? If you ask me, I say no.
So one of the problem is if he gets into the same situation that we saw a lot of prodigies get into, where you hurry and you get into a big team and then you don't play. You don't play for a while and then things change. We've seen that before too.
There's some signings that are waiting for. Once somebody, like for example, let's say Real Madrid signs Mbappe, Bale may go. Bale may go to United, possibly.
Okay,
because you can't spend 20 million and put someone on the bench. It's not going to happen. Bale may go to United, which means that Alexis Sanchez may go to X. There's some key signs that need to happen in order for things to start to move around. Yeah, and I think the next couple of weeks we'll see those happening. I think he should go.
But like I said, I think he should go, but they can do it in a way where you buy him now, and then you loan him back to Monaco for a year to get one more year of experience. Yeah. And because you still have Bale, you have Benzema, you have Ronaldo. Yeah. So if you do it that way, it's smart. You already own him.
So that's like Chelsea and Lukaku, right? And look what happened.
No. You own him. you loan him out. Again, Kyle, I want to have you talk about Global Insight because you're the president of Global Insight, our sponsor. Just tell us a little bit about what you do and what the company is about.
Yeah, Global Insights is a strategy and management consulting firm. We support our clients here in the U.S., the federal government, and we also support clients overseas, making sure that we can help you improve your efficiency, solve problems. Okay. Simple. Yeah.
All right. So moving forward, all right. We're still on this whole transfer saga with Neymar. If Neymar goes to PSG, Barcelona is already making arrangement to get Coutinho from
£90 million
Man City.
from Liverpool.
No.
From Liverpool. So I'm looking at you. That's something silly. From Liverpool. Now, I'm Klopp. I don't think I want to let Coutinho
It's
go.
not up to you, man.
Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it really
Yeah, 90 million is a lot of money, but
FSG Group.
is that a good transfer for Barcelona?
As a like-to-like replacement for Neymar, he doesn't have some skills that Neymar has, which is the speed mostly, and it stands out. But who are you gonna get that fits that bill for Neymar?
I heard they want to bring in this guy Antoine Griezmann from Atletico.
Still, the speed thing is still
He
the
has
thing.
speed though.
Not like Neymar speed.
Griezmann has speed.
So not like Neymar speed. So there's no like-to-like replacement for him. You're gonna get similar. So Griezmann is similar. Coutinho is similar. They're very good players, and they will fit with Barcelona.
But what I heard is that they're not looking to bring in Coutinho for Neymar. They're bringing him for Iniesta, who's getting old. So he becomes a replacement for Iniesta, not Neymar.
Oh,
Right, bro.
okay. Well,
That's your opinion, Kole, before we move on?
Yeah, well, if that's the case, Iniesta has actually run out of time.
Yeah.
yes.
That's
He has one more year left on his contract. Bringing Coutinho to replace him.
So then, who replaces what Neymar does on the team?
The change of formation.
Okay, well,
That would be interesting.
That's interesting.
Just to read a few comments from Facebook. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining. I didn't know you. Thank you for joining. Yinka, Jimmy wants to say hi. He says he likes your jersey.
Yeah,
I think it's your friend.
he's a Chelsea man. He's being funny.
Oh, that's why he said
He's
he
being
likes,
funny.
he likes your jersey. That's nice. So staying on this transfer, there are two big transfers this year, this summer. One, I was tipped off by Lukaku going to Man U because Jose Mourinho said he wasn't good enough, right? Initially, he's what I sold him when he was the coach of Chelsea.
After the Super Cup.
And after Super Cup, and Mr. PK and sold him.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I'm a fan of Lukaku. I think he's a great kid. He can play. He's got the size. He's got everything. For him to go to a man that cut you, that said you're not good enough, I don't like the idea. I hated it. I know his friend, Ober, plays for Man U. You want to go play with your friend, it's fine. I thought it was a horrible move on Lukaku's side. On Man U's side, I think it's okay. You need a striker. But Chelsea got Morata instead. So here's the question for you guys, right? Before you even give your opinion. If you had a choice at Chelsea, Lukaku or Morata?
At Chelsea, I will do a Morata because Lukaku's got I don't think the history he's got with Chelsea is not one that Chelsea fans are gonna like because I remember him scoring against Chelsea and celebrating the last time he scored against Chelsea.
No, I don't mind that.
I think it's gonna be a problem in the beginning to break into
The FA Cup, right? When
I think so.
Yeah.
And then again, the penalty that he missed, and then the way he was sold off. First, sent into some loan agreement. Yeah. He wasn't treated well. He made some statements to the press. I think there's probably still going to be bad blood with fans. So I would prefer somebody coming on a clean slate. So
Morata or Lukaku?
Morata for me any day.
Why?
His movement, his vision, he's off the ball. He's been at Madrid. He's been at Juventus. They're not in the same class, in my opinion.
Nah, you already know where Lukaku. You guys can talk about Morata and all these things he does, but we haven't really seen anything from him regarding on the club level.
Morata?
We've seen him. Yes, he doesn't really play for Real Madrid.
He scored 15 goals. 15 goals last season.
Who starts for Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Does he come off the bench?
Any of those three who start.
I mean, just answer the question. He comes off the bench.
So that's based on opportunity.
He comes off the bench. I'm right about that.
You take Benzema,
I'm
Bale,
doing
or
facts
Ronaldo.
here. He comes off the bench.
And then
For Benzema, who's 29 years old.
Yeah, he comes off the bench.
And then 15 goals.
Okay, he comes off the bench. And when you talk about the EPL, you have to remember EPL is a physical league. EPL is a very physical league. Yeah. Lukaku is used to that. There is no better person that fits the mold of an EPL center forward. That guy is ideal. So for me, I would pick Lukaku based on his experience and based on what he's done. If you're talking about the potential of Morata to be somebody better than him, yes. And I expect Chelsea fans to always pick Morata because it makes sense.
I pick Lukaku, even though some of my fellow Chelsea fans say he has a touch of a rapist. That's not coming from me. Yes, because they said he can't trap the ball. Yes. Theo is laughing because you
Whatever
know
that
who it's
means.
coming from. Yeah. They said he can't trap the ball. He can't trap the ball to himself. So
Look,
that's the joke among some, sorry, not to cut you off, among some Chelsea fans. But personally, like I said, I like him. I think he has a good touch. He can shoot the ball. He's very physical. We already know what he can do in EPL.
Yeah.
We don't know what Morata is going to do. We had Soldado that came from La Liga a couple years ago to Tottenham that was a dud. So based on his experience, that was the only reason why I'm going for him.
And that's what. Just base it on what the player has done. Don't base it on what somebody's potential is. This guy has done it. He's up there in goal scoring every year in the league.
I'm not a Chelsea fan, but if you place Hazard, Pedro, and Morata up front,
you're talking about potential.
I'm telling you what will happen.
Okay. So let's
Hazard, Pedro, and Morata up front.
If we're just going to look at the figures, right? So you're talking about stats. You know who's been coming from the bench. Lukaku started 37 times. I think he was only subbed once or so, and scored 25 goals. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. But on the other side, is he going to be able to do that for Chelsea? That's the thing. You know, with the dynamics in the team, you know, is he going to be able to do that? And then again, centre forward, we still have those problems. We don't know what's going to happen next season. We still have that Costa issue.
But when you think of Costa and you think of that Costa issue, there's not a lot of daylight difference between
and if we keep Costa, that's going to be a problem for Lukaku.
I don't think he keep Costa. Costa is not going to play another game for Chelsea.
See, just to wrap up this Lukaku real quick, I just want to read some comments on Facebook.
Did you call in now?
Yeah, Fisayo, call in. The calling number is 202-681-0389.
You can't talk for too long when you call in.
Feel free to share. You know, Didi George says, build for the future, Morata. Theo is laughing because of my comments about the rapist touch. You know, Lukaku scores PK, so that's from Doing. I guess he's saying that.
God, why do you guys just hate this guy so much? I guarantee you, if Chelsea had gotten Lukaku, all this narrative would change.
Doing is a Man City fan. He's a Man City fan.
Yeah, Doing just likes all these Spanish
They also
boys.
say Morata is a killer in the box. Morata is a better finisher. So I'm guessing the consensus is Morata from Man City fan and Lukaku. But we should see. The season's about to start. Yes. Everybody's going to have a chance to prove himself. Like I said, I think Lukaku made a mistake. Even the formation they're playing. Jose is a very defensive coach. 4-2-3-1. It's going to have Lukaku overwork.
Like Barcelona game, what do we observe?
Oh yeah, Barcelona game, he was struggling. It was because he was the only he was overworking himself.
It was horrible.
You know, so that's why I think he made the mistake. He should have gone to Chelsea. You know,
he was up front.
Didn't he play similar at Everton?
Yeah,
but where he was up alone by himself and he scored all those goals.
And he was scoring. That's why I said he can score.
How many? But against the big teams, how many times did he score?
I gotta go look at the numbers. I don't know how many he scored against. I just know he scored a bunch of goals, and it was only him up front. And that, I mean, when you're scouting a player, you look at those things. So I guarantee the Man U scouts looked at all these several things. I mean, we're looking at it as fans, but you have people that scout these guys. They go out and look. What did he do against this team? That team. Yeah. He's a good player, but you know, Chelsea fans and everybody else wants Morata. Yeah. We'll see. I'm still not sold on the guy.
Like I said, we'll leave it. It's up to debate. By the end of the season, when we come back here, we'll talk about it again. So the championship starts this weekend.
Friday, yeah.
This Friday. Before we even go to that real quick, I want to acknowledge my USA national team that just won the Gold Cup. I know people are hating on US. Yes,
I don't hate
the Gold
US.
Cup. We beat Jamaica. Jamaica that beat Mexico. So all Mexican fans that always want Mexico to win everything in North America. US has been the king of North American soccer of CONCACAF right now.
And they did it.
Yeah, so congratulations to US. You know, we have to give it up to that. So about the championship Friday, the championship league that's starting Friday.
Yeah. It's starting on Friday. The first game is going to be Sunderland versus Derby County on Friday, which should be interesting. I mean, it's one of the toughest leagues in the world. The level of competition, the rigorousness, the level of play. It's just a tough competition, and the top two go up automatically, and then the next four have to go through a playoff to see who wins, who goes to the Premier League. There's no clear favorite. Everybody's open. The only news that we have, I think, is Aston Villa signing John Terry as a captain.
Yeah, I saw that.
His excuse was that he can't play against Chelsea, so he's going to go to the Championship.
I buy it. That's my captain.
That's our captain.
That's our legend.
That's loyalty.
Yeah, that's what he said. That
I can't hate on that.
He can't see himself playing against Chelsea, so he's going to go and play in the Championship and take him up to the Premier League, which is admirable.
And again, that's a challenge to himself.
Yeah.
But he's also the captain, and then he's making a load of money.
Yeah, and I think I saw a stat from Lindsay, who's a diehard Aston Villa fan, saying that in all the preseason game when Terry was on the field, Aston Villa did not concede a single goal.
Whoa.
So he still got it. He might be old, a little bit slower, but the brain is still there.
Yeah. And then it's a big positive for the championship as well, because there's going to be a lot of focus on the championship.
Yeah, and they have a great coach. Steve Bruce is the coach of Aston Villa, just got in. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, looks like
the only thing I see, maybe Leeds United can help them also, chase them on Middlesbrough, but Aston Villa look like they're going to go up if they play according to their strengths. Yeah.
So speaking of this weekend also the Super Cup, Real Madrid and Manchester United.
Is it weekend or no? Is it next week or this week?
No, I thought the Super Cup was
this weekend. Is the Arsenal Chelsea now? No,
Arsenal Chelsea
this weekend. McDonald's charity shield.
Oh, the Community Shield.
The Mickey Mouse Shield.
The Mickey Mouse Cup.
Wait.
So you know what they say about that thing, right? Person who wins that shield never wins the Premier League that season.
That's jinxed.
So
So we give it to Arsenal.
go check it out.
No, we have to beat. I don't care. We'll break the jinx. We have to beat it because we gave them the FA Cup after being drunk for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We got whooped in the FA Cup, so we have to go ahead and take it. But on the Super Cup, right? Real Madrid has not really looked great in preseason.
No, not
They
at
lost, I think, 3 out of the 4 games.
Lost all the games.
Yeah, exactly. And Man City whooped them. I mean, I was surprised.
But
everybody's talking about Barcelona beat them. They forgot. We put a whooping on them boys.
I mean, it was bad. Honestly, I was surprised.
what were the stakes?
So
you have to ask yourself.
What was the stakes?
Yeah.
So you're saying they didn't play the sticks against us?
Well, I'm just thinking that it wasn't a big game for them.
Hey, it was a big game because they had all their big players and they played hard. I watched that game from A to Z. They played hard in that first half, which I've noticed is the theme for the ICC, the International Cup. The first half, every team balls. They play hard.
Yeah.
We beat them
down. People underestimate all these friendlies. People have a point to prove. The team as a whole, you might think they don't have a point to prove, but the players have a point to prove.
They do.
True. The players are fighting for their life.
Coming into the season as well.
Moses had a great preseason last year, and look at where he is now. Right? So a lot of these players, their career is based on that preseason. So people say, oh, it's just a preseason. It doesn't matter. You have to win a shirt. And of course, your fellow Man City fan online on Facebook is reminding you that the game was without Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Barcelona beat them without Ronaldo, and everybody was shouting that Barcelona beat them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the point, actually.
So that's not a real point.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So Super Cup, mind you, versus Real Madrid.
Real anytime. I'll take Real.
With the way Real have been playing, I don't know.
They'll step it up.
But maybe they'll step it up this time because they know they've lost too many games.
By the time you get Benzema, Bale, Ronaldo back, get Modric.
Oh, they're going to have Ronaldo back for this game?
So Cruz didn't play in preseason.
Wait, are they having Ronaldo back for this game? We know that.
They'll have him.
Oh, then they're the favorites.
Toni Kroos didn't play in preseason. And he is the engine of that team. Toni Kroos and Modric.
If they have Ronaldo back, they're the favorites.
I don't.
So I just think that you have a coach that has seen both sides, right? So that's I definitely go for Manchester.
Manchester? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. A couple more people join.
We won't hear last of it. Manchester United win the Super Cup.
Because you have a coach. You have a coach.
Just like which Mickey Mouse Cup, which one did you win again? League Cup.
Yeah.
League Cup and
I
the
know.
Europa League.
So actually, because of that, I'm going with Real Madrid. Because Jose wins it, and then they was Jose won a big cup.
So the thing is, Jose knows both teams.
Yeah.
Right. So he knows what to do. That's what I think.
I think
for me, any competition that is based on one game.
He likes Mourinho.
Yeah. I confess, we're gonna have that discussion between Chelsea
fans.
Yeah,
we're gonna have, I don't like it. I seriously don't like it, and I can't even hide it anymore.
The day Chelsea won the Champions League, I think I was in his house.
Yeah. Lagos. Yeah.
So thank you for Sheree Brown, the great comedian joining. Thank you for joining. I think Sheree Brown is actually a Chelsea fan. I'm not sure. Sheree Brown, the comedian.
Is he?
I think so. I think I've seen him with a Chelsea jersey, but I could be wrong.
Oh, man, that means I don't like him.
Theo is saying Jose. Yeah. He's going for Man U.
He's
a big Jose fan, so I'm not surprised. Nobody is surprised. You know, before we move forward to prediction, because we like to do this every year before we wrap up the show, and we keep track of the predictions.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say last year I won it fair and square.
You did.
Predicted the first. You know, the winner of the league. So thank you. Clap for me now.
Look, I'll give you
So was that a prediction or just you espousing your loyalty to Chelsea?
No. It was a prediction because I told him why. I said
he had a logic behind it.
Yeah, my logic was we didn't have Champions League. Players who are still pissed off from the Mourinho era, they want to prove something that they're now useless and they're going to play hard and we're going to have more of a rest.
And this was won the year before. So.
Yeah, he really predicted that one. I'll give him a
2 years before.
So, you know, there was a logic behind it. Now, Kyle, I know you're starting your coaching.
Yeah. We're so last season we I was like coach underage girls. It's amazing, you know, to watch those girls learn. And we were the new team that came on board. We won our league.
Nice.
You know, blowing up everybody. So to sack. I'm looking forward to fall. Again, bringing some new girls in, training them, coaching them. Look, if you're a fan, try it. It's an amazing experience.
I've coached, from bubbler, like 3-4 years old, all the way up to adults. I coach NSL, the Nigerian Soccer League, and I'm also a coach of PG Community College. As a matter of fact, speaking of coach PG Community College, we started our 4th season today. And last year we finished 6th in the country.
Nice.
We went to the national championship, lost our 4th game, but we finished 6th in the country. And one out of 154 schools.
We're
number 6. So we're starting this year, we're going to be ranked. Our 4th game is not until September 23rd against Mercer from New Jersey, but we're having a preseason against DC United U17. And we're going to play UDC. So, coaching season is getting started. Soccer is getting started. So, a lot of busy schedules. Now, so Mr. Kunle, you're the baby of the studio. Yeah. Right? First time here. So, I want to ask you, because this is on record, this is on camera. So, I want you to look at the camera.
Yeah. Let's talk 4 first and talk about, okay, who do you think is going to win? Let's break it down.
Oh, yeah, top 4. That's what we're doing. We're doing the top 4 right now. So, pick the top 4. Yeah. And out of that top 4, as a matter of fact, say who you think, who from 4 all the way to 1.
So, just looking at Chelsea wanting to consolidate on last year's game.
No, I want you to look at the camera so that when you are wrong, we will edit the video and send it
to you. So, I'm going to give it to Chelsea again.
Okay.
Just for the reasons that the coach, through this season, in the beginning, he wasn't so easy, experimented. I think he's found his groove, and I think he's going to continue, right? And if you look at the players that we have now, there's harmony in the team as well. So I'll give it to Chelsea as number 1. Number 2, it's going to be a tough one. I think it's between Man U and Man City, right? For number 2. Man U is going to be Mourinho. He spent the whole of last season, you know the way it was topsy-turvy for him. And he's sort of built a team. You saw how in the last quarter, how they were able to ramp up performance. I think he's built a team. Man City has been pretty consistent. I think some things just didn't go well with them. I actually thought they were going to get last season's Premiership in the beginning. So, yeah, I think it's going to be between both of them for 2 and 3. For number 4, just for sheer grit, I'll give it to Tottenham.
So, you're back in Chelsea to win it again?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, first of all, number 1.
I gave you heads up, so you had time to do your research.
Oh, I've had heads up for like a month. I picked my team to win it.
Okay, you got to look at the camera.
Oh, I picked my team, Man City. This one right here. I picked us to win, and it's simple. I don't need to look anymore. I feel like he's, Pep. He had his issues. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Pep is a messiah. I don't think, this is a different, this EPL. He had his issues. The things that he wanted to address, I've been talking to Carl about this for months. My focus has been defensive. We bought all these forwards. We got the defensive players we need. We've seen them in action. That's the missing piece we've been missing.
Okay, so City first.
I feel City first. Mm-hmm. Second, it's a tough one. Actually, I think Man U. Okay. Man U is second in the league. Then I'll give Chelsea the edge. I think Chelsea, what they're building defensively now, and, the goal is going to be defend your title, basically, literally. Yeah. Yep. And they're building for it. So I feel Chelsea, that number 3 role. 4. I want to go with Tottenham, but something says Liverpool. Yeah. You know, Liverpool is going to pull this out. Okay. I'm going to go with Liverpool. I think Tottenham is out.
All right.
I'm not even talking about Arsenal.
I take it. Carl.
Yeah, for me, I mean,
I know you've been studying for days for this.
No, I think I'll start from 4 and go up.
Okay.
I think 4 will be Liverpool.
Okay.
Tottenham will make top 4.
Ooh.
They won't. I think Wembley. They haven't really purchased anybody. Who lost a couple. Yeah, I think they lost Walker. I don't see them making top 4. They'll probably be 5th, but Liverpool will make 4.
Okay.
I think 3 will be Manchester United. I think 2 will be Chelsea. I think 1 by the edge will be Man City.
So you guys don't even say, nobody's saying anything about Arsenal? Are you guys?
No. Arsenal, they have a disgruntled star.
But I do think it's going to go down to the wire between those two. Chelsea
for number 4.
Chelsea and Manchester City, top 1 or 2. And I won't be surprised if Chelsea actually win it again.
So speaking of Arsenal, Francis and Hayes just commented as soon as I said Arsenal. And they said, you be alone, the Liverpool and Spurs will struggle. Talking about you.
But like they will struggle. Like Arsenal they will struggle.
Don't mind. He's not even saying anything about Arsenal. He's worried about you.
Okay, so there's something that we're not even talking about, right?
What's
so we looked at Chelsea and the factors that made them rebound last year. One of the things we said was that they
weren't
not playing
in Champions League
in Europe, right? And that's the spot where Arsenal is right now. So if they can make all the other things work,
but they're in Europe though. They're actually in Europa League.
Yeah, but that's a little different. That's a little different. The stakes, yeah, but then the stakes they can decide to,
But
actually they need that actually to win that. To come
There's
back
no way they will enter Champions League.
So that's how
unless they win.
So yeah, that's
so okay. So
I can see that. I can see that.
Don't you saying Arsenal is dicey if Sanchez is staying? I don't know what.
He's still
There's already bad blood.
Sanchez will not play.
There's bad blood already.
Before we move on, let me give my own. So because I'm seeing a lot of predictions coming on Facebook now, so I don't want to read it. So I think Tottenham is not going to be second like they did last year. I think they're going to do worse because they didn't make any change. But I think they're going to be in the top 4. So I picked Tottenham to be number 4. Mm-hmm. Liverpool, because of the kind of players they have and the coach they have, I think they will be number 3. They're going to struggle. My number 2, it breaks my heart to say this, but I think Chelsea is going to be number 2. Because now we have Champions League, yes. I think, I try to put logic behind it, even though my logic breaks my heart, but I'm using my brain instead of my heart this time. So I think because we have Champions League, we want to do well in Champions League. The defense is okay. I just think for some reason I just don't think we're gonna. Nobody in history of EPL has ever actually won the league back to back. And if I'm wrong, please push it out there. Not to my knowledge.
You're right. Okay.
So just based on that was when I was on the edge. That was what put me to put Chelsea second because that's a long history and it's gonna be tough to break it. I love Conte, love Chelsea, but it's not gonna happen.
You're gonna jinx my team.
So no, I predicted the correct person last year. And I didn't say it's gonna be your team because you guys have all of your left Arsenal out there.
Who else? You
but
pick your
because of that, I'm gonna say Man City. And the reason why is
this man has jinxed my team.
Don't blame me. Man City.
Yeah, but I mean, he won last year. His prediction
Man City's attack, it's serious, right? Defensively, they had a bunch of old guys. The only old man in their back right now is Company, and Company is playing great.
Yes.
So defensively, they fixed a lot of their problem. And the guys that are coming off the bench, like Kelechi, that weren't really performing, they've gotten rid of those. I kind of like the way Pep has cleaned the house and the players that he brings in. So
actually, Ty, you got to give him a lot more props for that because I know the thing you kept focusing on was that we're focusing on defense, and he fixed that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving him props for that. Okay. That's why I'm changing my. Remember last year I said it's not going to win the league based on the fact that you guys don't have a defense.
Correct.
And the fact that Pep is going to come and try to get everybody to play to his way.
And doesn't play.
But in the mid-season, if you notice, he started to find out, you know what? My way is not my way of the highway. Yeah. And he made a lot of changes. So I've seen the growth in him.
Barcelona.
I've seen the growth in him as a coach, and that's why I'm willing to actually give him more credit now than I did last year. So Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham.
No Man U. I mean, really?
Man U. So I'll tell you why Man U is not in my top 4. No. I'll tell you why. Man U is not in my top 4.
If
Jose is a stubborn goat.
That's
and the reason why I say it's a stubborn goat is this is EPL. 4-2-3-1 formation will never work with one striker.
Yeah.
Right? Jose has an history of struggling with lower teams, and Lukaku have a history of now struggling with big teams. Like, for example, when Chelsea play Man U, I don't see Man U beating Chelsea. He's going to lose to City, he's going to lose to Liverpool, and he's going to lose to some lower teams that nobody expected. And I'm telling you, he's not going to make top 4. That's my reason why.
What will happen?
He's going to get fired. What the hell's happened? Now, with that being said, Jose has a history of doing well in his second year. Everywhere that has gone to Chelsea, his second year, he won the league. Inter, he won Champions League. Everywhere he has gone to in his second year, he actually performed. Yeah. So I was thinking about that to give him a break, but also looking at the moves. Even throughout the preseason, the man is still playing 4-2-3-1.
You know what?
You have Rashford, you have Martial, you have Lukaku.
4-3-3.
You have a bunch of fires up front. Why are you holding horses back?
I think it's always been his style. But again, he studied. Last year was a year to consolidate and just to move his pawns around. So,
but he plays Pogba.
Yeah, I'm with Kunle on this one, man. I feel like you guys you're not
too hard on
that
him.
guy.
I have them as I had them as 3, right? Number 3.
Yeah.
But not top 4.
So with that said, this year, we said it last year actually that you guys out there make your predictions. Send it to us. We're gonna give you a chance to vote for your top 4 on the website. It's coming up in 2 weeks. Okay. And I said it last year. Carl was here. You heard me. Whoever wins, any fan that wins that got it right, we get the jersey for their team. So if you're an Arsenal fan or whatever, I would personally buy your jersey. I'm not promising I'll get authorized, so don't say that. I would personally make sure you get your jersey. But unfortunately, last year everybody got it wrong except for me. So again,
you get yourself.
I'm not getting the Nike jersey.
You get the jersey.
So again, the challenge is out there. Bring your top 4. You get it right. We have a record of it, and you get your jersey. Plain that simple, right?
Yeah,
sounds good.
Right.
I think it's fair enough.
It's going to be a tight league, though.
It's going to be
it is.
tight.
I think by December you should know who the top.
So real quick around the room. 3 teams get relegated. What are your 3 teams you think will get relegated? Actually, sorry, Kyle. Let me go with you because I started with you.
Stoke gone. Watford gone, and Burton Albion gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah, I haven't really studied this one, so this is just going to be a guess.
Stoke hasn't done jack. But they lost players.
What about Newcastle? Has Newcastle done anything?
No.
I don't. They're going to get relegated.
They have a good coach, though. They got a good coach. They
coaches don't play.
Newcastle, Swansea.
Swansea?
Did they still have Sigurdsson? Because and they talking about getting rid of it? Yeah. Swansea.
£50 million.
Yeah, he's gonna go. So they're out. And Watford.
Okay.
So I'll go for West Ham, Watford. Watford and Stoke.
I'm gonna go for Newcastle, Watford, and West Brom. I think West Ham. Yeah. Yeah. West Ham got Chicharito, so that should keep them up.
Last time with Chicharito.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been great again. Thank you all very much, Mr. Kunle. I really want to appreciate you for coming all the way from Nigeria.
Excellent.
I brought the week, George. Thank you again for joining us. You're always welcome, Kyle. Yeah. Thank you. I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Global Insight. I want to say thank you to everybody that logged in, Theo, Doyin, Didi, everybody else. You guys are more than welcome. Francis, Jimmy, it's been great. It's been a pleasure.
Francis, we need you in the studio.
Yep, come in.
Send us a message. You guys' number. Just call them.
Yeah, call me.
All right, it's been a pleasure. It's a wrap. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey. Cheers, guys.